Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome back to PrepBee. I see quite familiar faces and some new as well. So let's start this, GT. Basic rules that I want to set for all of you is that the discussion is going to be for 12 minutes. You'll have 2 minutes to think, 10 minutes to speak, which includes the conclusion. So please be mindful of the time. And the topic is going to be abstract for today. And the topic is when everyone wins, nobody does. I repeat, when everyone wins, nobody does. I'll also put it on the chat box for your reference. Again, please be mindful that it is of 12 minutes.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम।
Yes.
मैम टाइम स्टार्ट हो चुका है या फिर अब?
Yeah, start. Time start ho chuka hai. You have 2 minutes to think and then anyone can start.
So, hi everyone, good evening. Thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity. Today's our daily topic is when everyone wins and nobody does. I think this is like this statement suggests that success is given to everyone's equally. Sometimes it may lose in someone's side, or it may win. Like like we can say competition will help identify real performance and talent. Like if competition is there, and then we will get a real talent from that. Rewards with like without effort will reduce accountability. So effort is very important, and like with the effort and with the performance and talent, we need excellence in that particular like if we say student or something like this. Then and another thing I will try to add, like fair evaluation is also important. There will be no we can say like uh, I can add some. I'm not able to remember the exact word. It encourages like healthy competition with increases, and it will motivates people to perform their performance in better way. And yes, I think guys you can also try to add some more
Yes,
points.
I
agree to
I
what
will
has been
continue from the
mentioned,
point that
and
you mentioned.
the main meaning of the statement, I feel that uh,
the line suggests that winning it only matters when it is earned. And if everyone is declared a winner, then success loses its value, and competition gives meaning to achievement. And I want to give one real world connection to it. For example, in jobs and in sports, not everyone can be first. And such systems reflect real life challenges and limits, and they prepare individuals for practical competition as well.
Yeah, well, the way you said the sports, I would also like to add on to that. Let's just take in for example like a race. Like in a race, if everybody crosses the finish line together, then I think the race is not that finish line is not the end, and that exactly what happens in economies as well. Let's say for example inflation. Well, we all know when an economy crashes, it can be either of two types. Either everybody is poor or everybody becomes too rich and excessively rich. For example, like at the time of Great Depression and very in old times in histories, very much economies started printing a lot of money and everything, even breads. Were People could buy breads, but they had to carry a lot of amount of cash, even in loads of it. So when the race is not ending, when everybody is just winning, I think the end point will not be ever in sight, and that would be a really bad thing for everybody. Even the values will be at stake, because people will obviously try to win. Well, it's a human tendency to win. At the end, it is our tendency. And to win, when people will try to use unethical means, that is necessary. It will harm the environment, it will harm the human values as well as the values that we all work for.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. I
I
think
agree
I
to
would
what has
like to
been
add to
mentioned.
you are
what
in a
Gaurav
direction
And
said.
that
Guys,
I
please
feel
maintain
that
one
there
second,
is
one by one,
also a
guys.
need for balance.
yes, yes,
While
I am
competition is
agreeing with that.
important
That
and
you are saying
fairness can't be ignored.
that,
Tushar, can I please finish my point?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, while competition is important, fairness can't also be ignored. Equal opportunity should exist for all the participants, and support systems help people grow even if they don't win in the real situations.
Adding to his point, I want to put an example about sports. If competition is there, then sports winning based performance and rules and fair play will be happen. And if there is no competition and all will like try to be like, yes, we want to just go and finish that, like it will not that feeling will not be occur like when everyone wins and nobody does. This will be not happen. Like sports, like if every team is declared as winner, then competition loses meaning. Athletes will not limit themselves like we want to do better or like this. I think this is also way that like I think Tushar, you should
Ye-
carry forward.
Yes, I
I'm
three
here
of
to
you have
interrupt.
put the point that if everyone wins, the success loses its value. But we have to see from another angle also. There can be wins which matters personal to us. Like if we like now we are competing for a B school, but if this B school is not converted by me, I may convert another B school, which is a win for me. So the parameters of win can be different for every person or every entity. So this is also a perspective that everyone can win. No, not at the same that competition, but there can be win for any other field that he may not like or prefer at that point, but he will consider it as a win. So that is also a point. And Saloni wants to add some points, I guess.
I would like to add to Tushar's point. Uh, may I? Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let
you
me
are.
Yes,
let me
yes,
speak
you
first.
can.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So I was just
I
saying we
agree with
can.
Tushar.
One by one, guys, please.
So, sorry,
Yes,
I read Saloni's name. It says for Sonima. I read Saloni. I'm sorry. Yes,
it
Sonima. I was referring to you.
May I continue?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with Tushar's point that yes, win can be subjective, but I think it also matters like what the context is. Like if it is very much competition based, then yeah, winners should be limited only, then only it will add value to it. And if it is like a team based assignment for someone, or where the it should be shared or mutually done assignments, so there the value of winners, if all the team members win, is not diluted and value equally adds.
Yeah,
I
I would
think
like to add something. Um, like it's not always that if we lose, then it's something bad that is happening with us. We can also learn through our loss, and if we don't win, then it teaches reflection and improvement also. And when we fail, it generally highlights gaps and weaknesses. So this is also important for our personal growth, which like it enables us to identify our weaknesses and gaps on which are the areas we are lacking in, and on which areas we should give more effort so that next time we can definitely give our 100%.
Yes, obviously, when
Yes.
we do not get what we want, we also kind of find new paths to our success. Basically we can explore new options, and we can also change our stream, which some of us are doing in MBA right now. Some of our engineers, some of our masters in psychology, economics, and they are diverting their field to MBA because they think it is a better option to achieve their success.
yes,
And
guys, we are only talking about here only about pros. As let's talk about some cons also. Like if
I think you are not
it
completely
create
Not
clear.
excessive
audible, sorry.
competition and
Sorry,
yes,
Abhijit, your network is.
now
Yeah,
hello.
now
Yeah,
it's
it's fine. Yes,
Uh,
please continue.
we are only talking about some pros. Should we talk about like some cons also? Like create like one. I will share one by one. Like create excessive competition and pressure is also important. This will like then can reduce teamwork and collaborations. It may demotivate someone average, or if there is a slow learner, it can be like if he will be directly eliminated like this. And it will also increase like
yes.
stress and burnout, I
Yeah.
think.
You again got disconnected.
So
Again, the
But
network
I
is
think we are in
fluctuating.
a crunch of time, so we should conclude here that we discussed
Well,
how success can be of less value when everyone wins. We also discussed about how success can be evaluated by different persons and different entities, and also in the last we talked about some cons of how success gets heavy on our mind, and we do not value our failures also. So this we can conclude these points.
I will like to add some points to the conclusion. So first of all, if we are not failing, then we have not a fear. If we are not winning, if we are not losing, then we also have no fear of losing, and this will also no, this will also hinder us from our true potential. And second of all, what is winning, it depends on a personal mindset. So it can also be true that everyone can win if everyone has a different definition of winning. So at the end of the day, this is a paradox, and you cannot say it like a general statement that winning, always winning, is bad or good. That's my point. Thank you very much.
I think time is also over.
All right. So I would like to start with Yash. Yash, is this your first GD?
Yes.
All right. So some hygiene points. Whenever the conclusion is done, you do not interrupt and add another layer to it. So only one person concludes, and even if that person is not covering all the points, it's on him. You do not interrupt, you do not add your viewpoint. So the discussion was for 10 minutes, and for the entire 10 minutes, I could see frustration on your face. It was clearly visible that you're not getting an opportunity to speak. Although, yes, you mentioned it on the chat box as well, that can be raise hand and do it one by one. That does not happen in a GD. The floor is open for discussion and everybody does. So you need to find your place there, fight for your spot. Whenever there is a small break where people are not speaking, you need to show up and then keep your points within that time frame only. Not
One doubt regarding this. So what if two people are speaking at the same time? So should we just let them continue, or also we should also speak so that he stops?
Depends on your confidence, the level of, I mean, let's say two people are speaking simultaneously and somehow you get the opportunity to speak and that point is not really valid. It is quite repetitive. You're not adding a new layer to it. It's a wasted opportunity and it leaves a wrong impression. Depends on the voice modulation as well, what kind of points you have. You need to find that gap. You need to be
And
aware.
yeah, another point is, can I conclude in 8 minutes so that the people who still have not got a chance to speak will not get a chance to speak because I've already concluded without listening to everyone's opinion?
No, I mean, once the time is done, make a note of all the points that have been discussed and see, the first entry cannot be conclusion. Or maybe,
No, after 8 minutes, yeah. Just like
yeah,
before
after
the
8 minutes, you can do that.
yeah,
And
even if not everyone has spoken about their minds. Yeah,
yes,
it's
be
okay.
mindful of the time.
Uh, okay, fair enough.
And
Thanks.
coming to others, so Abhijit, you started the discussion.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you have, I mean, there was some network issue or I don't know what, but your voice
Ah,
was
yes, ma'am. Sorry for that.
no issues. But whenever GD happens online, please be mindful of all these things.
Yes,
These
yes, ma'am.
glitches should not come in way.
Yes.
Other than that, the start was good. You mentioned the main topic that, when competition exists, then only we can find the real talent. So that is the way you put forward your stance well. You even defined success. So the start was appropriate, no
Thank
doubt
you,
in
ma'am.
that.
Thank you,
But
ma'am.
then I think there was a little clash. Abhinash and somebody else was trying to speak.
Yes.
Just after
Yes, ma'am.
Abhijit.
With me and Tushar, I think so.
Okay,
Ah,
you went
at
to
that time
share.
I was like, ma'am, I was saying that I want like please maintain the decorum of group and
No,
there.
you don't have to do the job of the moderator. It's fine.
ओके सो मतलब ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए मेन जीडी में भी
No, you don't have to be the moderator. I mean, do not tell people, okay, now Shaloni, you speak, Sonima, you do it, you
मैम
continue.
somewhere already we मतलब I attended to I think two GDs so in that GDs they told like if decorum like clashes are there then please try to told them like tell him or tell her ki
It is
like
quite risky, I would say. It completely again depends on the context. If
okay
two
मैम
people are interrupting and then they're not stopping, somewhere you come in between, and who are you to decide who should speak, right?
ठीक है but
So it's
मैम
very
if clash is continuing until and unless
so
no one
both
is speaking
both will be affected. It's their
okay ma'am
loss. You don't
and
have to
ma'am
interfere
if
there.
like clash is happening then whole group will get like less marks or in negative impression or what is your
See, if you are
opinion
not having fruitful discussions, if there are so many interruptions and you guys don't come to a consensus at the end,
okay
as a group, if the points you discussed are so redundant, then definitely
yes
the entire group will be impacted with this. It
okay ma'am
happens,
okay
especially in the placement GDs. Everyone gets rejected. That's a very common thing. In
okay
B school, it might not happen to that extent, but in placement GDs, it happens quite frequently.
okay ma'am thank you yes
Yeah. And Abhinash, you had, I mean, there was a clash between you and Tushar, and okay, you got an opportunity to speak, but I felt you did not do justice to it properly. You spoke for a little time and then just one sentence about jobs, the practical competition, and that is it. So when you get an opportunity, utilize it. I felt somewhere you did not do justice to the spot you have got there. You got an
Okay,
edge.
ma'am.
You were
Yeah,
so
I
I
should have
felt you had
spoken for
all
a
the
longer
points.
time.
Yeah, you should have spoken for a longer duration, and I felt you had points, but due to this clash, maybe you were nervous and you wouldn't frame
Yeah,
it
I was a
properly.
bit nervous.
So again, it
Yeah.
comes with more practice, but it leaves a very bad impression. I mean, I was wondering, okay, what your points would be. I was hoping for some good discussion forward because see, you're the second person. Right after
Yes.
Abhijit introduced, you're the second person, and it is the most important one, I would say.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
it is the onus is on you to continue the discussion forward, but that did not happen. Even
Yeah.
in the later stages, if you have some really good points, I will still remember. The bias will still be there that okay, in the initial second part, you did not do well. So that should not be the case. You should stand out.
Okay, ma'am.
And
I'll keep
then
it in mind from next time.
yeah, sure. And then Gautam, you spoke. It was a really good point. because you tried to bring in the
Okay.
economic perspective here as well about the consequences. And that was a really good point. And I don't know why you did not speak after this. I don't think you made an
Yes, ma'am.
entry.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I had a point, but I think Tushar or Abhinash said that point that the competition that loses its value when everybody is winning. I had that point, and I wanted to make the entry, but some of the other said, and I thought it would make it redundant, or I would just give extra points to my previous contender. That's why I didn't spoke that. It's actually my
Okay.
first time in the GD.
Okay, but I feel that you should have minimum 2 entries because I noted down your points, each and every one of you. I have noted down your points, so I could just refer to it and I'm able to give you the feedback. And it was a very good point that you raised. Nobody else even touched it. The economic perspective was new. So it was a very good point, but you'll go unnoticed at the end. That should not happen. Even if you feel that, okay, you're repeating the points, maybe be very, sharp and conclude, make a note of all the points that
Okay.
have been spoken and take it as an opportunity to conclude so that, the panel will still remember you. Okay, this was the same guy who made this point. So
Okay,
that
ma'am. Next time
was
I'll do this.
missing. Yeah, because
Okay.
one entry is not enough. I would not remember you at the end, right?
Okay. Okay.
And somewhere you also mentioned unethical, people go unethical
Yes,
and
ma'am. Like,
it. Mhm. I
yes, ma'am.
felt
That
the link, the transition between your inflation point and this point, the transition was not smooth enough. It felt very
okay.
abrupt and it felt like, you were moving fast and you were not clearly setting the context for it. The point was valid,
Okay. Okay.
but there was no transition between the points. So that also you should be mindful of. You don't have to cover all your points in one say, right? In one entry, you don't have to say it all. So you can, that is the reason
Okay.
why you can have multiple entries. The second point could have been mentioned after a while, maybe after 1 or 2 persons spoke, then you must have taken over. So do not try to give
Okay, ma'am.
all your points in one say.
Okay, ma'am. Next I'll do the same.
Yes. And then Avinash, again, now I felt okay. So you calmed your nerves and again you've made a entry. You spoke good. Again, you talked about the balance, equal access, which is good. But the tone, there is slight difference between arrogance and assertiveness. And here, instead of saying, can I speak, use slightly, the tone should be slightly lower. You can say, may I continue, please?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So
All right.
because it actually was rude of you to, even the voice, it was on a very high pitch, and then you said, "Can I finish it?" That should not be the case. It should look like you're humble and you just have a good point and you want to finish. So please
Okay,
focus on that because again, these behavioral things are also taken into consideration. So you should not. Your points were good here, but again, the tone.
okay, ma'am.
And then Abhijit, you brought in a good point of sports.
Yes,
However,
ma'am.
I feel that an example would be really great here, because you just said that in sports competition makes it good. Uh, only then team can perform well. Okay, all of that is fine. But imagine if you had given an example where there was intense competition, intense rivalry, and the results were so great. Don't you think that would add a personal touch to it? And don't you think I would remember you at the end? Okay. Because this is how you connect. Even the panel is a human, right? So that is how you
O-
connect with the panel members. So
Okay.
this was your opportunity where you could have outshined others.
Yes,
But
yes.
I feel it is a missed opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, like, ठीक है, I will improve it.
Yeah. So
Yes.
always data points, examples, please have it as much as you can.
Yes, ma'am.
And then Tushar, I feel that your entry was a little bit late considering the points you had.
या सो मेरा वही क्वेश्चन था कि मेरे और शायद अभिनाश के साथ वो एक साथ हम लोग चालू हुए थे, तो उस सिचुएशन में क्या करें, क्योंकि अगर मैं थोड़ा वॉइस ऊपर करता तो मेरा रूड लगता है ना, तो उस सिचुएशन में क्या किया मतलब।
See, right now इस GD की बात मैं करूं अगर तो Avinash was kind of rude when he said can I complete and even the voice was on a very higher note. So उस time पे you didn't have to continue, but once his points are finished, that was your opportunity. Just as soon as he completes, you should be prepared with your points, and that is the moment you break in and you say that, okay, now I'll continue the discussion. So that is your entry point. You don't have to wait again for for you to find the spot. Because again, you mentioned parameters can be different for success. You gave the school example as well. But again, too late entry. If it was like, let's say 7 minutes, 8 minutes GD, you will not get the chance to speak. That should not happen. And here, two people were completely quiet. And by that, I mean Shaloni and Sunima, you did not even fight for your, and even Yash, sorry. You did not even fight for your spot.
Actually, I
Ma'am,
tried
I
in the
tried
starting
multiple
also, but
attempts, but
the
people were loud here.
yeah,
So
it
I
was
have to
a
cut
fish
down.
market. I don't
This
want it.
is not a fish market. Oh my God, this is not a fish market at all.
Actually, yeah, because there were no precedent like may I speak, like raising your hand, just go for it. And one more point is, if we know that it is a 10 minutes GD and the first person is speaking, so ideally he should just make the crux of its point for 1 minute, but the first person only took 30 or 40% of time of the GD for himself, and then also he interrupted again and again. For once I was maybe confused, like maybe he was a PrepBee member because he was asking others to speak, and maybe I thought he will tell them that it's my turn because I have raised my hand. I came to know at the end that he is actually a participant like us only. Yeah. So
No, bro, I am not member. I have attended like 2 GDs, so I know like how to
This is
behave.
how.
Like yes,
More
And
that's
it's
fish
why.
not
market.
even a fish market. Yes, it will
Yes,
even be more worse
It
and
will be
I think
more.
in
yes,
the
yes,
Okay,
actual GD.
you are competing
It,
for a B school seat. Yeah, it has to be the
and
competition, right?
and I think yes,
So
you
you have
you
to
You have to
compete.
make place for yourself, buddy.
you have to make place, and
Nobody is
no
gonna
one will.
hand you their
All
seat.
right,
Yeah.
all right.
but
Do not
you
attack.
actually still have to be a kind of formal only. Na? You cannot
Yes,
just
yes.
make it
I
a war of
agree,
words and
but
word of loudness.
this is not a fair world. Everyone is fighting for their spot, and it happens quite frequently. This is nothing.
Yes, we are not
It
arguing with
gets
you. We are
worse.
just like expressing like we are not arguing with you. Please don't take it like this.
it's simple.
Actually, it
If
was
the
a live
moderator
moment.
is liking it, if moderator is not objecting anything to it, it is fair. Moderator lines the rule of the game, and he is only the judge.
And usually there is a 10-member GD, or is it a 4 or 5 one?
No, no, it goes around 8 to 10 members. It's not 4 or 5. It never happens like that.
For
And
XLRI also.
yeah,
Uh,
and see, even the B school GDs are still not so intense. When it comes to placement, people are actually fighting for their job. You can imagine the intensity there. It's way worse. I mean, this is not a fish market at all. People were actually saying, come on, let's give Sonima a chance, Salonia's chance. That does not happen.
Yes,
I
yes.
actually made a point, but because like it was my first GD and you can like get from my voice, I was not so well, but I wanted to attain it. So that's why I joined. But like I took the points I noted, I tried to be a good listener so that I can improve it like for next time.
Okay, okay, for the first sheet, it's fine, but again, you should be more confident because Tushar said Saloni or Sonima, something, there was
Yeah,
a
I got
confusion.
confused in the names.
Both of them
Yes,
were
ma'am. Actually, I started
before
speaking
Tushar.
after Tushar, and it was
Yes.
like Sonima was also speaking, and I was also speaking, and I don't know, he just said Sonima, you speak, and I was like, oh, okay, ठीक है. So that
There
was
was
like
some
okay,
confusion there,
because
and that is why I don't encourage you all to be, moderators. That come on now,
Ma'am,
you speak, because that was a blunder again. That is why I say do not be a moderator and decide who
yeah,
should
ma'am,
speak.
because I wanted to add very different point just because people here, I mean, I'm not said demotivating anybody, but most of the points were related to the academics, the games and all. I wanted, since it's an abstract topic, we can just say now that you should be ace of all rather than being the master of none. I mean, in that way also we can go ki, okay, we have so many qualities in ourselves where we are being, and corporates also, people with multitasking skill are being appreciated. We have not touched that point, and I wanted to bring it. So I mean, I felt little disappointed because I was not being able to put my point.
But again, initially you should have made an entry, you should not wait till the very end, because this was around the last 2-3 minutes.
Ma'am,
Again, sorry.
Ma'am, can I ask
Even
you a
I
question?
was also noting for others' points, but I didn't realize when somebody started to conclude the entire thing. I was just listening to others' point and going to speak about them, but suddenly somebody said that I am concluding this. We have all discussed this.
Yes,
Even
I also feel
though three
conclusion
people have
came very
not given
early.
their points, and
But
just
but
they-
we are already I kind of 2 minutes above
Again,
this.
the conclusion
Ma'am,
can happen in the last 1 minute.
मैम कंक्लूजन
So,
कितने टाइम में करना चाहिए 30 सेकंड या 1 मिनट
45
में
seconds, 40-45 seconds.
ओके हाँ
but
दैट्स व्हाई
even
वेयर वी आर लैगिंग
somebody has even if you have said all your points, spoken for 1 or 2 minutes, and if each and everyone have not got their points, so is it really necessary for you to conclude if you have already put your points
See,
forward?
and be honest, what happens is we are giving you a time limit, a very strict
Yeah.
instruction that this is a 10-minute GD, because there are going to be several panels. You cannot continue discussing. So you have
Fair
to be mindful of the
मैम
time.
if someone is
And let me finish one second.
okay
So once somebody concludes, and as a moderator, I feel that, okay, Yash has not spoken. I can ask you to conclude, even after the conclusion is done. Or I can just say, Yash, what was your opinion? How was the GD? I can be that person who feels that, okay, this person has not spoken at all, and I want to know your points. Depends completely on the moderator. But again, be mindful of the time. You cannot keep discussing, even if some. And see, you're saying that you did not get a chance to speak, and how can someone conclude? Let's say that before conclusion, you had one opportunity to speak. Do you think you would be able to create an impact that I would give you like 10 on 10? No, right? That would still be a very average, very mediocre entry.
Excuse me,
Argumentative, but yeah.
ma'am, during the GD, can we have a look at our watch like to keep the track of time, or do we have to just be very instinctful of that?
Just a quick second. Do not, I should not observe that, okay, you're looking at time and you're not focusing on the conversation. It should not be in that way. Just a quick, very quick watch.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so in this GD, as Tushar was referring to Saloni or some other person, so will it become disadvantage for the guy who is referring to that person?
See, it created a lot of confusion, and you wasted a lot of time there.
Yes.
Around 40 seconds were wasted
Yeah.
because of that confusion. So definitely it creates a wrong impression.
Okay.
That would
Ma'am,
affect. Vijay, you
plus,
had
I don't think we would know the name of our competitors at the time of
yes
GD,
yes
Yeah, at least in an offline, that would be very difficult, and do not do that. I do
Yes,
not
ma'am.
recommend personally.
ओके मैम मींस किसी को इनकरेज नहीं करना चाहिए बोलने के लिए लाइक दिस
See, very risky if you are covered with all your points and तुम्हें लगता है कि ठीक है, I can take this opportunity, do it. But people say it's a brownie point, but honestly, completely depends on the moderator. It's focus on your discussion. क्योंकि अगर तुम ये सब करने लगोगे for brownie points, you'll not be able to think of new points, or your mind will be in the direction, okay, I'll get the brownie point, or my mind will focus on who's not speaking, who's speaking. Why waste your energy there when you can actually think of other points and make a better entry?
Ma'am,
And can we speak for 4 to 5
make
minutes?
2 or 3 entries, after that, if we feel that this person has not spoken yet, so can we just take that person's name, and then can we just give that initiative to that person to speak?
If you feel that person has been trying to speak up and not getting an opportunity, sure, but it should not be like usko bolna hi nahi hai and you are like, come on, now you speak. Do not
Okay.
put somebody in that position. But
I
if
was
you
just
feel
knowing
that,
that, but name confusion got our time wasted. I actually started speaking by cutting Somina or
I know, I
Saloni out,
understand the
and
reason why
that's
you
why
did
I gave
that.
the chance. But that wasted my time. I will not do
I
it.
think
This
this
is the entire
happened because
discussion.
it was online, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
That is also true, but a lot of times at online GDs also happen.
So I think किसी का नाम लेना ही नहीं चाहिए खुद का
You
बोलो
can just say my colleagues can now take forward the discussion.
हाँ like
Ma'am,
this
or
हाँ
like, would anybody else like to add a point to
Yeah,
this?
but
Like,
I
as a,
would request other members to add their points. That is a better way.
Yeah, and how do we know that somebody has spoken in his mind? Because some people were, as I've observed, that people were just cutting at the end of others. Nobody has said that if somebody can add to that, they may. Nobody has said after
Not.
concluding
That
their points.
should
Yeah,
or that can happen. In this discussion, it did not. Again, completely depends on the kind of group you have.
yeah,
You
that's
have
what
to
I was
fight for
saying.
your spot. Yes, you cannot expect others to be nice to you.
No, yeah, I can tell you my next strategy. I will just start it and speak for 4 to 5 minutes, and nobody will cut me off because it will sound as rude because somebody is cutting me off. And then for rest 5 minutes, let the 9 people
That
fight for
that
the.
is that is a bad strategy. Again, I would say.
Why is it bad? It happened
Why do
today.
you want to speak for 4 to 5 minutes? Then you're not giving intentionally. You're not giving anyone the opportunity to
No,
speak.
just give your points because I had filled half a page. I'm not sure if you can see. Okay, you can't. I filled half the page of with points, and I did not get my chance, and all the points were covered by the end. And still, after concluding, I had to give 2 more points.
I would highly recommend you to start the GD if you have so many points. That would be because a lot of people hesitate to start. That is a good opportunity for you. And if not, maybe after the introduction, be the second person to speak. Fight for your chance there.
Yeah, so it will not sound rude, na? Because if two people have started
It
speaking
happens.
simultaneously, nobody will stop here and just speak.
Somebody will
And
stop.
let
Somebody
the
has to stop. Somebody
yeah,
will stop. Somebody has to. You cannot. Two
yeah,
people
but
cannot.
not okay. Fair enough. It's
Ma'am,
a
I have
matter
a
of
doubt.
attrition and
Uh,
stamina.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
yeah.
Yeah. So, ma'am, like for like cutting in between two people, we can cut in like no, see, if, like for X person, ki I agree with you, but I want to share my view on, or my points are this. I want to refine this, so we can cut in like this, right?
Oh
Then
yeah,
it
you can
won't
do that.
sound rude or
No,
something.
again, complete. You should phrase it properly. Right now, how you said that is perfectly fine. But do not say I disagree with your point. You just say that you have another
No,
perspective
like
on.
I agree with your points, but I want to refine by stating this. So
Yeah,
we can cut in like this.
that is completely fine. But let that person finish his point. Do not do it midway.
Ma'am, I have
This
a
is
Got
the
it.
dilemma. How do we know that he has finished his point? If it,
You can understand if he's in between the conversation. Is he during the ending point, or did he just start and he has some other points as well? You
no,
can,
because
let's say
there
a
was
person.
some person that said some point and then gave and complete the other point, and I thought he has done his speaking, and suddenly he just changed the whole topic, like from winning to losing and advantages of losses and losing and all that. Yeah, so I thought it was done, but it was not. So that is why I was asking, do I wait still till they say that if anyone wants to add, they can add, or should I just look at their faces and say when they've stopped speaking and just go for it?
Once they have stopped, you can continue.
Okay, fine. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And then again, Sonima and Shaloni, I understand that there were differences, but again, the points were fine. Because at least Sonima, you said it is subjective, and you gave a team-based. When it is a team-based assignment, again, that example would be great. I think with more practice, you'll be able to do it. And overall, again, Tushar, I think you took over, and then there was conclusion. The points were good, but again, no new layers added, and at least Gautam, I felt you could have spoken more. Maybe you didn't get an opportunity there, but one point that you
yes,
made
yes.
was good.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
That you pointed out that my entry was late, but let's say that I had not understood the topic well, and I am getting from all of them that this is the topic, and I am going to point this. even if my entry is late, if I put good points, so the moderator will give, if the GD is of 10 marks, won't he will give me at least 4 or 5 marks? Because
No,
points are,
definitely more than that. The point matters. The only reason why I say the entry was late is because sometimes you'll not have an opportunity, like how it happened with Yash. You'll not even get an opportunity to speak. So that should not happen. That is the only reason why I say that try to speak early in the discussion.
yeah, maybe someone else had concluded while I was trying to.
Yes, that happened.
Okay.
I
Anything else?
thought that after the time is completed, the interviewer or the panelists just ask that the time is completed, and if you want to, if someone wants to conclude, he can conclude, or we have to do it ourselves only without
It,
even the interviewer saying that you can stop. Because sometimes what happens is discussion is going very interestingly, and even the interviewer is also very interested uh, of what is happening, and during that time many points have not been discussed properly, and someone just comes up after 10 years and said, I will conclude without even the panelists saying that the time's up. Or do we have to wait for the panelists
the
to say
instructions
time's
will
up?
be given prior to you. Like in some B schools, everyone concludes for 10-15 seconds. That also happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes even XLRI that happens. So the instructions will be given to you beforehand only. That maybe the moderator will interrupt and say that the time's up, somebody conclude, and then somebody does, or the moderator picks sometimes who should conclude, or if these instructions are not given, it goes without saying that when time's up, somebody should conclude.
Okay.
Anything else?
मैम डेली जीडी होगा या फिर
Actually, we are trying weekly once for
ओके
3 GDs,
मैम
and in enroll we have almost like 3-4 times. तो वो थोड़ा balance नहीं हो पाएगा, but weekly once definitely, weekly once or twice we'll do it.
ओके
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
what are the
who
things?
who would you select from this panel?
Uh, I'm not sure because nobody really stood out in that way, so it is a difficult. I'll think about it and I'll let you.
मैम
I
ओवरऑल
think only
how
4
many
people
marks
were
will
able
you
to speak, so
People were
only
there.
these
But
4 will be selected.
they also had their negative points, right? Like somebody was rude in between, somebody missed their point, someone's voice was breaking. So there is no clear winner.
how many marks will give you as a group to us
What would you do with the evaluation?
we will get like yes we did like
6.
Like
Not 6,
motivation
5.5,
everything.
5.5.
okay
Ma'am, can I
Ma'am, I have
get
a
a feedback
doubt.
of what I should focus on? Like being more polite, and then next, what should I focus on?
Uh, the points were good, the content was good. Maybe the hygiene checks, the basic
Okay,
rules of GD that you have to focus on.
okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Somebody had doubt, Shaloni, I think you.
Yeah, I was asking. So, ma'am, how to deal with these, GD bombers who have like obviously like as I have attended few GDs like in my last year. So what happened is कि few guys always have like louder voice and they I don't know if two people like I and other person start speaking, if the person has a louder voice, they don't stop only. They will like they started speaking and then I have to somehow obviously mute myself, which is like always happens. So like do you have any suggestion like how to do? And Lord, let I like if there will be any panel interrupting or I would be like
Panel
in
interruptions
disadvantage
are rare,
only.
I would say. They won't interfere in
Okay.
your discussion for sure. Maybe at the end they'll say, okay, somebody can, maybe you can add a point. That can happen. But then again, the chances of you being selected would be very less that time. However, you have to find the gap. When two people are speaking simultaneously, maybe you don't have the voice, the confidence, that is still okay. But then still, there will be some 5-6 seconds gap once he finishes and somebody else picks up. That during that spot, you need to find.
Okay.
Again, with practice, with improvement only you'll get it. But you cannot quit on the GD entirely. Because you're not getting an opportunity, don't just quit. You have to do it.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much
Just
for joining. Yes, yes.
one last point. I want to ask if someone has scored around 99.9 percentile for XAT, and is it possible that he would still not be able to convert for XLRI if he has a above average GD, not the best, but still above average GD experience? Is it still possible that he will be not able to convert?
See, GDPI has its own weightage. There are so many other factors
25%.
as well. Yeah, there are so many other factors as well. So 25% is also very huge, right?
So
So
that is above
you have
average.
above average is fine. Then there are
Fine.
good chances. But again, like let's say today you did not speak. If that happens on the D day, it might impact.
No,
Because
yeah.
even in the PI, they might ask you questions on the discussions you had. So वहाँ पे भी justify करना पड़ेगा. Then the entire experience goes bad.
Okay, I was not able to speak what I wanted to, but
I know.
but my voice and my communication skills were not a problem. I just
I
want
know
to
that.
ask.
I understood that.
I'm
It's
asking.
just
I'm not sure if my
no,
community.
I understood that, but because you were taking initiative, you were raising your hand, you wanted to speak, that was evident. But at the same time, the frustration was so clear on your face. I actually noted it down. So it was so clear on your face, it leaves a bad impression because these things are also taken into consideration. So even when you're angry at someone, maybe somebody interrupted you, somebody, took another stance, all of it happens. You have to be very, very, have a straight face. Do not show your emotions.
Yeah, I will practice that too.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.